Right everyone, welcome back. Hope we're having a wonderful day and we're all doing well. Just want to quickly thank everyone for all the support recently. It's been absolutely amazing. You're all absolutely wonderful. And yeah, just a massive thank you. So it's been 5 months now since we had that absolutely insane cinematic where we get the introduction of Deimos, the loss of Harry, and as well as that, we see 5 of our operators injured in action. And as a quick reminder, those operators were Kaze, Thermite, Ash, Zofia, and Sledge. And the way that Harry looked at Thermite on the board kind of seemed like it was over for him. And it's kind of sad to think that Harry's last thought was probably that these operators were gone and it was his fault. And as time went on, we started to learn about the condition of these operators. Ash was put in a coma, and up until this current point in lore, she is still in that coma. Thermite was also quite badly injured, he needed crutches, and it does seem to this current point in time he is still recovering, considering he didn't go on that redhammer mission in Spain. Rather, he was working back at the HQ, and I believe Kaze was in charge of that mission instead. We learned that Sledge suffered 2 broken ribs, a fractured wrist, and a piece of shrapnel lodged inside of his leg. When it comes to Kaze, we don't know the details of what happened to her, but we do know that she is still working, so we assume that she is pretty much fine, and it probably wasn't as major as the other operators. However, there is one operator out of the 5 who went on this mission who we have yet to hear about. We don't know what condition they're in. We assume that they're probably okay, considering I think if something really bad happened to her, then other operators would have spoken up about it. And I am of course talking about Zofia. Now, I feel like they are saving Zofia's plotline, which came from this Deimos introduction and that explosion, for a more Nighthaven centered season. I originally thought that was going to be season 3, but by the looks of it, it does seem like the new Korean operator is going to be part of, one of the Rainbow squads, since they are training at Tower, which is a Rainbow facility, so it wouldn't make sense for them to be part of Nighthaven, unless maybe this is like a double bluff and they are training with Rainbow, then decide not to join, then end up joining Nighthaven. We're gonna have to see how that goes. But we know that the relationship between Ela and Zofia is a massive part of Rainbow Six lore. We got an entire cinematic dedicated to it, and in that cinematic as well, they did represent a side. Zofia represented Rainbow, and Ela represented Nighthaven, and I definitely do think Ubisoft are sort of leading us breadcrumbs here at the fact that I think that Ela is going to be the key for Nighthaven to start helping and working with Rainbow once again. And I have a feeling this might be a massive part of the Year 9 cinematic, which we're going to get at the next 6 Invitational, and I think this will probably show Rainbow, Nighthaven, and Deimos. I don't think Deimos is going to be defeated. I think it's way too soon. Having this character sort of be defeated in a space of 1 year, I don't think would be very good, so I hope that Deimos is here to stay for a good number of years, and we get more character development on him. So I don't think he's going to be defeated in that cinematic, but we're definitely either going to learn his identity, or we're going to see something between Rainbow and Nighthaven. And yeah, they've not talked about what happened to Zofia after this blast. And yes, we know that Ela and Zofia do have a strained relationship. They aren't on the best terms with each other, but they don't hate each other. You can even see in the Sisters in Arms cinematic that when Ela is in the car with Callie and they're leaving Rainbow, that Ela is sad. She doesn't know what to do with herself. This isn't just she's going to join Nighthaven and she's going to be happy and she's going to forget about her sister. They both still love each other. And I can't imagine her sitting in Nighthaven hearing that her sister, the mother of her niece, was almost assassinated. I think whenever we get a new Nighthaven themed season, potentially season 4, which is a Portuguese operator, that they will delve into this story, or maybe it's just we're not going to get any Nighthaven themed operators at all this year. I mean, if you think about it from a story standpoint, that does make sense. At the beginning of Year 8, we get the introduction of Deimos. This is a new villain for Rainbow. Nighthaven have made it clear that they are no longer working with Rainbow and are not going to help them with Deimos. Then it would make sense that the entirety of Year 8 is focused on Rainbow and Rainbow squads. We got an operator for Viperstrike. The current season right now, Dread Factor, was redhammer. That means the next 2 seasons in this year could be ghosteyes and wolfguard. That's an entire year dedicated to Rainbow. Then after whatever pivotal part of the Year 9 cinematic happens, because the big cinematics at the beginning of the year are always a massive lore part and it affects the lore going forward, then maybe we'll start to look into Nighthaven once again. But Zofia and Ela being a massive part of the story, it's just too convenient that she was one of the 5 operators on that mission, and now out of the 5 operators who were on that mission, she's the only one we've not heard of after the explosion. I mean, I know a lot of us are expecting Rainbow and Nighthaven to work together once again. Even looking at the key art for this year, it does show Callie alongside all the Rainbow squad leaders, so that does sort of imply that they are going to work again. But as well as that though, this art could just be to represent all the squads including Nighthaven. But with Nighthaven saying that they're not going to get involved, I feel like they are going to stand by that word, but something's going to have to push them to get involved. Deimos is going to have to attack Nighthaven. I feel like somehow Nighthaven are going to be dragged into it. Now of course Rainbow did tell Nighthaven to stay out of it. Nighthaven are saying that they're going to stay out of it. So I think we definitely need a massive event which is going to bring Nighthaven into the forefront again and basically put them on the target list for Deimos. And he could exploit that relationship between Ela and Zofia, because let's take a look at it. Apart from killing Harry and injuring our operators, Deimos hasn't been successful after that. When viperstrike managed to intercept Deimos on his plane, they successfully managed to hurt his bank account by, you know, seizing all that stuff which was aboard, which was dollar bills, gold bars, a bunch of valuable stuff. He didn't successfully get the operators who went to Brazil because they were saved by Fenrir. He also let Fenrir slip away with his work, and Fenrir has knowledge on Deimos, which is another loss for Deimos. And we do know that he is targeting the new South Korean operator at the tower, which is the Rainbow training facility in South Korea. Of course, we're going to have to wait till next season's reveal to learn more about that, which I cannot wait for. I am so excited. But the fact that Rainbow know that he is going to be targeting tower, they could foil his plans once again. So what if potentially Deimos starts to look in a different direction and starts to target Nighthaven, even specifically Ela? That would cause Zofia and in turn Rainbow to get more involved there and give them some motives. Heck, what even if Deimos gets his hand on either Ela or Zofia? Let's say that the next operator, for example, is in Ghosteyes. That is the squad led by Kavera, and that also includes Zofia. And the two of them, alongside some other Ghosteyes operators, potentially Vigil, are training this new operator in the tower in South Korea. Deimos gets the upper hand, targets this building, a gunfight ensues, and in the end of it, Zofia isn't killed, but rather captured. And if Ela got to know that this happened, I can't imagine that she would sit back and just be fine with that happening. Of course, that is just my theory, but there is definitely going to be something between Ela and Zofia which is going to cause the two sides to come together once again. They put way too much effort setting up Ela and Zofia in the lore, given an entire cinematic, not even one of the more cheaper anime ones. They put the full big budget one for Ela and Zofia, and then for Zofia to be one of the operators who was in that blast, it's not a coincidence. They are definitely setting something up here, and I'm really interested to see where it's going to go. Will we get another Nighthaven operator in year 8? I mean, I guess maybe. They are in line for one. The two squads which are in line for a new operator is Wolfguard and Nighthaven. But then again, they could just give us Wolfguard again and then go back to Ghosteyes and then give us Nighthaven next year. It's too early to see if they are doing a pattern yet, since the squad system is still relatively new. But I just think the fact, if you're going to put Callie on the key art for this year and you're not really going to use her at all, then what's the point? I definitely think we are going to get some Nighthaven content this year. I mean, the brand new observation blocker, which was pushed back from season 3, so that was meant to come out next season, that is made by Nighthaven, which is why I thought that the season 3 operator was going to be from Nighthaven, but apparently it might not be. Again, we still have to wait and learn. I also did just upload a entire lore video of Dokkaebi and Vigil. I recommend checking those videos out, since the new operator is going to be South Korean and it's probably going to include those two operators, or at least one of them. I have a feeling that this operator might be one that was going to be in Rainbow, but then when Dokkaebi hacked the list so she could be at the top, she basically replaced them. If you want to know more about that, then check out the Dokkaebi lore video. But be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think happened to Zofia after the blast? We are yet to know. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy, dislike it if you did not, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you later. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.